Hello and welcome once again to Amy Mac Cooks. Tonight we're going to try a little experiment. We're going to make some tuna croquettes in the air fryer. So basically, if you can fry it, if you can bake it, you can make it in the air fryer. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take my favorite tuna croquette recipe, which happens to be Alton Brown's, and I will put a link to that recipe in the description box if you want to try that out. It's a very good recipe. I happen to love it. The wife happens to love it. That's why I'm making it. And we're going to try it out in the air fryer and see how it turns out. I have a feeling it's going to turn out lovely. And we'll see how that goes. So we're going to have some tuna croquettes, and I'm going to try to do some Brussels sprouts in the air fryer as well. So stick around and we'll get cooking. Okay, since our Brussels sprouts will take the longest to cook, we'll go ahead and do them first. So I've just dumped them in the air fryer. I'm going to hit them with quite a bit of the olive oil spray. And then I'm going to season them quite liberally with some salt and some pepper. And a touch of, if I can get it to work here, granulated garlic. And so we will roast those at, let's get that temperature up, 400. For about 18 minutes, shaking them vigorously along the way. So one of the things I want to say to you and impress upon you more than anything else is never be afraid to experiment in the kitchen. I mean, you know, like, don't try to cook with acid. But seriously, recipes are just a suggestion. And, you know, with tools like the air fryer and the pressure cooker, it opens up a whole new world of cooking to you. And, you know, not only cooking, but cooking faster and cooking better and getting newer and better flavors. And, you know, with the added benefit of, you know, in this case, less oil, more tasty, quicker, all kinds of good stuff. Same thing with the pressure cooker. So don't be afraid to experiment, and don't be afraid to fail. Sometimes we learn from our failures even new and better ways to do things. So don't be afraid to try new things. Alright, these are some of our tuna croquettes that I have spritzed with some olive oil, ready to go into the air fryer. They're coated with panko. Like I said, I will drop the recipe for these into the description box if you are interested in following this particular recipe. But we will put these in the air fryer and start cooking them up. Our Brussels sprouts are done. So actually they only took about 9 minutes to cook. So like I said, you know, you got to keep your eye on things. So 9 minutes in the air fryer, tossing every, you know, 3 to 5 minutes. So I'm going to put some foil on these so they stay good and warm. Maybe a spritz of lemon to add some extra flavor. So I'm going to get the, next we're going to get the tuna croquettes in, and we'll get going on those. All right, our croquettes are in the air fryer. We're going to put them in at 400 for 3 minutes and then flip and cook for another 3 minutes. Okay, as I said, this is a grand experiment. So actually, I do believe the croquettes need to go 6 minutes aside as opposed to 3 minutes aside. So check my math on that. 6 minutes aside as opposed to 3. All right, here we are, all plated up. Nothing left to do but take a bite and see how it is. All right, time to dig in and take a bite. Nice and crunchy. And I didn't use nearly as much oil as I did with the traditional recipe. That's awesome. Now let's try those Brussels sprouts. Sweet, nutty, taste that garlic and the lemon. Awesome. Excellent. Like I said, never hurts to experiment in the kitchen. You never know what you're going to come up with. And it doesn't even matter if you fail. So I'm going to get to eating my dinner because I got a cat trying to get her face in my food. So just remember, if Amy Mac can cook, just about anybody else can too. I'll talk to you all soon.